Alright, welcome back everyone to SLR Tier 1. We are in France this week. Last week we had some issues with the stream. I hope they are fixed at the moment. Qualify is underway. In a few minutes Jensen will be joining me in the commentary booth. He has to run some errands at the moment. I'm expecting him to be here in the next few minutes. Last week we saw Julian having a bad race. He had to pit a few times because he had some damage on his wing and then he got the wrong tires back on the car. So he barely got any points. He didn't get any points actually, I'm not quite sure anymore. So some idiot finished P3 last week. He is now P1 in the constructors in the World Drivers' Championship, I mean. So qualifying is underway now. Let's see if we can spot some people out there already on a lap. We might have Bailey Thompson already. Yes, I think he is the first one. So Bailey Thompson coming around the final corner. He is the first one to put in a lap time. He runs out of ERS at this track. He sets the fastest lap so far, 30.6, but it's only provisional. Next up we have maybe your Toto or Julian. It's Toto with a 32.7. Julian is the next one to cross the line. He goes P2 with a 32.0. On hards, keep that in mind. Bailey did his time on softs. We have Vexit on P1 now with a 30.3. See, we have some idiot who is also on the lap. He is currently P1 in the championship. Let's see what he can do. Comes around the final corner. Looks like a decent lap. Yeah, that's a 31.6 on hards. He's P2 from the hard runners. Speedy being the fastest with 31.5 on those hards. So that's almost everyone that has done a run yet. Only Triton and Copy. They're the last ones to complete their first run. Only it looks like Triton has invalidated his lap, but it might be bugged, I'm not quite sure. Then we have Copy as well, he is on an out lap. He's in the final sector. Let's see. Right, we had Triton. Yeah, not quite sure what happened there. I think he actually did invalidate his lap, and now he has too little ERS to do a proper lap. Or maybe he forgot to turn up his ERS, because it seems like he is driving quite on the limit. Copy going through the back chicane, the back straight. He also still has to put in a lap. First people already going out for their second run. Copy puts in a 31.4 on hards. He's the fastest one from the hard runners. He's looking good on P8. So the fastest lap so far is Hugo's on a 30.1 on those soft tires. 6 professional pole. Speedy is on a lap, it looks like. Looked a bit slidey through the corner there. But overall it seems pretty decent. He puts in a 31.3 on hards. He is now the one who goes the fastest of the hard runners. So next up there is a Red Bull coming up, which is Slash LP. He is about to start his lap. He invalidated his past one. He's running the soft, so he's hoping to get a start high up on the grid. And we have some idiot who's following him on a lap as well. Gamer completes the next lap. No, he starts his next hot lap, excuse me. Let's see, Jesse is coming around the final corner to complete a lap. He's done a 34.3 so far, not looking very good, but he does not improve. He actually loses 2.8 seconds. It's not looking good for him so far. H-Stock Fexit has joined the session, apparently he got disconnected, not quite sure what happened there. Triton is still in the pits, he's the only one who has not set a lap time yet. Might be some invalidations in there, but he will definitely go out soon. Might be starting on the hards. Who do we have? Terror has invalidated and abandoned his lap. Billy Thompson getting ready for his next lap. Bopa Gamer goes fastest with a 30.0. Takes professional pole. Looking really fast so far. The moment we see Julian and some idiots both taking the alternate strategy for this race. So we will see some different people on pole position this week. Slash LP has invalidated his lap as well. He has abandoned, so might be doing another one after this one. Behind him on track is Julian. I don't know what he is doing. He is low on ERS and he is not using any. He's going into the pits, okay. Then I think he just ended his second run. Hugo's going into the pits as well. Let's see, do we have anyone out on track going for a fast lap? Bailey Thompson is on the end of his lap now, coming around the final corner on these soft tires. He might improve. Yeah, he does improve by 3/10. But he puts in a 30.3, which puts him on P3 so far. Which is a small improvement. He took about 3 positions there. We have Timo, who's coming into the pits. We have Jesse as well. He just ended a lap. He improves by 4/10, but he stays in P15. Bailey Thompson on the lap. Toto's on a lap, about to come into the third sector. He puts a faster second sector in. He's looking good on those mediums. Tipsy has also put his fastest lap on mediums. They're both going for an alternate strategy. Toto being on P14 so far, coming around the final corner, looks a bit slidey through there. On those mediums he sets a 31.2, which puts him in P8. Jesse has invalidated his lap again. He's coming into the pits. And we have Tipsy Bob. Oh, copy it was. He is starting a hot lap right now. Do we have anyone on a lap right now? We have Copy on the lap, we have Speedy, just started his lap. Terror is going through the final sector, also on a hot lap. So, Terror puts it in P5 with a 30.3. He is also looking fast today. Triton at the end of his out lap is about to start his lap on mediums. Speedy puts it in P6 on mediums, puts in a 30.4. So next we have an Alfa Romeo crossing the line, which I think is Hugo's. was his out lap, I think. Timo just started his lap and he validated coming out of turn 2. We have a Haas of Vexit going fast through the third sector. He's about to cross the line, puts in a 30.4, puts him on P4. 30.3, does not improve on his last time. 1/10 down. Let's see, do we have anyone that's still going? There's now less than 20 seconds left in the session. Some people are starting their hot laps. Triton has put in a 31.0 on his mediums. Puts it in P11. That's qualifying over for him. Multiple people have already retired. Timo is about to cross the line, but he invalidated on his lap and he spins. Still have a McLaren going fast over here, which is Tipsy Bob. He's not going for a fast lap. Julian also not going for a fast lap. It's like the Racing Point of some idiot is still trying for a lap. He's the next one to cross the line. See where he puts it. It's a 30.5. He improves by 1.1 seconds opposed to his hard laps. So he starts P8 on those mediums. We have Copy coming around the final corner. Improves by 7/10. Puts it in P11. And then that's it for qualifying. So we have Popa Gamer on pole position, Hugos completes the front grid, and in P3 we have Bailey Thompson, P4 Vexit, and in P5 Terror.
And I'm here.
Good evening, Jensen.
Thank you. A bit later than planned, but
that's
on
all
time
right.
For the race. Yeah.
Yeah, you're on time for the race. And I'm happy that the stream is running well today.
Ah, that's good. Awesome.
Yeah, last week it wasn't running good, like at all. And I don't really know why.
Good that it's fixed at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I messed around with the settings today and I found a fix. So nice. I just lowered the bit rate, which is not very optimal, but it works. So at least there is a stream that people can watch.
Yeah. Surprisingly, a lot of people on SOS, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Right.
So who's gonna win this race?
Yeah, that's gonna be a difficult one because Julian and some idiots both went for an alternate strategy. They first set their laps on hard tires, but then they both went to mediums, I think.
Mm-hmm.
At least some idiot did. I'm not quite sure about Julian, what he did.
Yeah. Julian and Speedy as well, from what I saw so quickly. And yeah. Speedy was actually the fastest one on the medium tires. So.
Mm-hmm. Right. We will see. So we have indeed Speedy, Some Idiot and Julian starting on those medium tires. And we have Copy and Danico starting on hards.
Yeah, also interesting.
Yep.
We in SLR had this race last week. I bottled qualifying pretty hard, but I also went for the hard medium strategy, which seemed to work out quite nicely. So I don't think we should rule Copy out, at least.
Okay.
So
So
it's going to be
hard to medium. So if you start on the softs, then it might we see some 2-stops?
no, it will all be one stops, I think,
Okay.
because the soft runners can go to the hards, or still can go to the medium tires, but they will drive a lot of laps on those medium tires, and they will feel it at the end. The soft medium is still doable from lap 7 or 8, I think.
Okay.
And Copy's advantage is that the medium runners, they are going to be in the battles with the soft runners. Soft runners will pit in lap 6 or something, 6 or 7. So or someone like Speedy needs to cut through traffic quite rapidly. Then Copy is at a disadvantage. But if he can stay in the DRS and stay closely behind these guys, I wouldn't rule him out.
All right. Is the stream running in 480p?
Let's see.
Looks like it.
I can only select 480, yeah.
Okay.
It's a bit lower than usual, but
Yeah.
I think on mobile it looks decent enough. I don't know YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know about PC, but we'll see. Can't
At
change
least
that
it's
now.
not.
Yeah, at least it's
Yeah.
working. Okay. Right, so the grid has formed up. Lights are coming on. 4 lights, 5 lights. 5 lights and away we go. It looks like Gamer gets a good start. He already gets the jump on Hugos. Speedy or
Yeah, very
Speedy
good
and
start by
Bailey
Speed.
both getting
Ooh!
and that is Vexit.
Yeah, they had contact. Speedy and Vexit.
Yeah. It looks like Slash LP has lost some positions as well. Other than that incident at the start, it's looking good so far. There's some moving around back there.
Yeah.
We have Timo up in P8 now. Let's see. So we have Vexit at the back at the moment. He has lost 12 positions. Some Idiot has made up 3 positions already, being in P5 at the moment.
Yeah, this is perfect for Speedy and Some Idiot. They are already at the front.
Yeah, Julian has also made up 2 positions, so it's looking good for those medium runners. For those 3 medium runners at least.
Yeah. The mediums will be faster after a lap or 3 or 4, I think. 4 laps, I think. Then the medium tires are going to be at the advantage.
Yeah, then the softs will start to break down.
They will degrade quite rapidly. Yeah, but other than the Vexit Speedy incident, it's been a clean start for most of it.
Yeah, so lap 1 is complete and we still have Gamer in P1 and Hugo's in P2. Bailey Thompson has come up to P3 and Speedy is following closely behind him. It's all looking pretty close so far. There are still gaps within a second.
Yeah.
So as for now, we don't really see any groups or trains forming.
Oh, by the way, I said soft medium, but it's going to be soft hard, I think.
Yeah.
A little bit of a miscalculation by myself. So
yeah,
we'll see medium hard and soft hard, I think.
Okay. So Terror has been overtaken by Julian. Julian is now behind Some Idiot.
Yeah, and he needs to be if he wants to stay close with Some Idiot and Speedy.
Yeah, especially now that Julian has fallen back to P2 in the championship because of some bad races. He missed one race. I think that was 2 weeks ago. And last week he had a really bad race. He didn't get any points, so Some Idiot overtook him with his P3 finish. So Julian has been looking strong at the start of the season, so he's eager to get this first position back in the championship.
Yeah.
But he has to work hard for it, because Speedy and Some Idiot are both looking really fast on this track.
Yeah, for sure. Speedy won't have the disadvantage with the enormous tire wear and overheating tires. Bailey already looking at Hugo's. See, he already starts to slide a little bit on those soft tires. Oh, but Bailey's on soft tires as well. But yeah, you can see that Speedy quite easily is behind them.
Yeah, Speedy is really close now.
And I think Bailey is going to let him go. We'll have to wait and see. But
no, Speedy stays behind for the moment, but it might be next lap then when the softs really start being disadvantage opposing to the mediums.
Yep. Copy needs to wait a few laps. He's out of DRS of Timo at the moment. It's only a matter of time before even the hards are going to be faster than the soft tires.
Yeah, that's gonna take a while, of course, but I think that's gonna be around lap 5 or 6.
Yeah, something like that. And Copy, of course, also a very good driver. So even now he's barely out of DRS, so it shouldn't be hard for him to get back in.
Yeah, Speedy has already made the overtake on Bailey Thompson.
Yeah.
So he's
smart decision.
Yeah, so he's now making the charge to take Hugo's position. Julian has put in the fastest lap of the race so far.
Yeah, and Bailey can do some excellent teamwork here. To hold up Some Idiot and Julian for a bit. Maybe give Speedy the opportunity to break DRS on the other medium runners.
That would be an ideal position.
Yeah, but of course he needs to stay a little bit in the DRS of Speedy, otherwise he will be a sitting duck. For now he has DRS at least. So he should be able to defend this.
Yeah, Bailey Thompson still has DRS from Speedy, so yeah. Some Idiot is still behind him. Speedy, meanwhile, has made the overtake on Hugo's.
Yeah, Speedy is he's doing an excellent job. He's cutting through the field, and you see Bailey is holding up Some Idiot and Julian for the moment.
Yeah, Some Idiot is closer behind Bailey though. Yes, having a look on the inside, he might go for it here. He might get it.
This is excellent stuff by Bailey, because this is the side-by-side driving is costing Some Idiot so much time.
Yeah,
he's already over a second of Speedy, so excellent stuff.
Yeah, oh, and Julian goes on the inside of Some Idiot there.
Yeah.
But now Some Idiot is going to get the inside of the final corner, but Julian gets the better traction. So Julian has overtaken Some Idiot now. So he's going to try and overtake Bailey Thompson on his position.
Yeah, and we have a pass for the lead very shortly. It's going to happen here. Speedy already alongside Popo Gamer. Popo is not giving it for free.
Now Speedy really has to fight for this first position.
But he's gonna have it here, of course.
Yeah, he's gonna have the DRS, so I think it's gonna be a piece of cake on the next straight. Even if Popo Gamer unleashes all his ERS, which he does not do, he's saving ERS. So Speedy is already past him.
Yeah, Hugo also looking on the inside of Popo Gamer.
Yeah, he might be going for it. Yeah, there's contact there. Hugo goes very wide.
Yeah,
and he lets through. He allows Julian and Some Idiot to go through, and he ends up alongside Terror, who gets the inside, and Terror is passed as well.
Yeah.
Hugo's losing 4 positions there. And Bailey Thompson is still in front of Julian and some idiot.
Yeah, because
Meanwhile, Speedy can break away in front. He's already 1.1 seconds away from Popo Gamer.
yeah, and he set the fastest lap, and the advantage of Bailey, of course.
Bailey.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, and
he
Bailey
lost
gets
it.
taken out.
Yeah.
That is really unfortunate.
I wanted to say the advantage for Bailey was that Julian and some idiot are fighting as well, of course. But yeah, Bailey lost it, unfortunately. But yeah, Speedy is looking very good at this opening stage of the race.
Yeah. At the moment we have Vexit and Slash already pitting, by the way.
Must be wing damage.
Yeah. Probably.
I can see damage though, so this might be a strange early. Or maybe they had a drive-through penalty or something. I don't know.
We have Julian going for a move on Popo Gamer. Popo Gamer is trying to defend, but he gets overtaken. Julian is in P2 now, so he can try and follow Speedy. He just has to get close to get in a DRS range, then it can be a lot easier, but it's gonna be tough now, because there's already a 2-second gap.
Yeah.
Some idiot has also made the overtake on Popo Gamer.
Yeah, and that was crucial because Idiot wants to stay in the DRS of Julian, of course. It's already 6 tenths. And I think the soft runners are going to pit very shortly. Maybe we will see a few of them this lap, otherwise next lap for sure.
Yeah, Popo Gamer is the first one to pit. So are we gonna see some movement on this straight? No, it doesn't look like it. It's a pretty large DRS train here forming.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is perfect for Speedy. He has the 2-second gap. Julian has no DRS, of course, so he needs to burn a lot of ERS. Some idiot can close in with the DRS. So if these two guys start to fight, Speedy can maybe break away. But maybe Julian and some idiot are smart enough not to fight a lot because it will cost you a lot of time.
Yeah,
To wait and see.
Hugo's meanwhile has made the overtake on Terror. Hugo's back in P4 again. So he made up some of his positions that he lost.
Yeah, you see Copy's tires also coming alive a little bit. He's close behind the 3 soft runners.
Yeah, he is. He's not. Doesn't look like he's having trouble following them at the moment. So the softs really start to be falling off. We might see P4, 5, and 6 pitting.
Yeah, at least one of the Renaults.
Yeah, at least one of the Renaults will be pitting this lap. It's gonna be Timo. Terra is gonna go on for one more lap.
Yeah, we know Terra is very good with tire management, so not a shocker that he's on an extra lap.
So because of the pit stops, the trains are starting to break away. At first we had a really long train going from like P1 to P10. Now because of the pit stops there are some gaps forming. Speedy still has a gap of 1.7 seconds, so he lost 2 tenths so far, opposing to when Julian finally got into P2.
Yeah. Popo Gamer had a massive undercut on Timo, 4 seconds in front of him.
Yeah, copy for the overtake on Terror.
Yeah.
And he gets past.
Smart by Terror by not fighting it too much, because it will cost you a lot of time. This doesn't really hurt him, he's going to pit this lap anyway.
Yeah, we will most probably see Hugo's pitting as well, so that will be copy into P4.
Yeah.
On those hard tires.
He's only 3 seconds behind the other medium runners. That's quite decent. Didn't lose a lot of time in the midfield.
Yeah, Hugo's going in and Terror going in as well.
Yeah.
Both made a good pit stop.
Yeah, Terra had a very good entry in the pit lane.
Yeah, that
Closed
was
a
looking.
little bit on Hugo.
Let's see. Terror is still behind Hugo though.
Yeah, Timo out of the last corner. He had an undercut this lap on those other soft runners. Is he going to be in front of them? It's going to be very close.
That's going to be pretty close indeed.
Just behind.
Just behind his teammates,
Yeah.
as he was before. So the one lap undercut didn't really make its worth.
Yeah. And some idiot is putting pressure on Julian. He was looking on the inside in the chicane, but he stays behind for now. You can see the ERS difference. Julian has 30 or 25% and some idiot has 80%.
Yeah, some idiot is charging his battery as well, and Julian is using it all. Only now that we're in the corner, Julian is charging. Some idiot had been charging it for a while, because he knows he's not going to be able to make an overtake there, so why even use the ERS when you're going to get DRS anyway? I mean, unless you make a mistake in the upcoming next corners.
Yeah, and me and Julian go a long way back. I think Julian is smart enough to let some idiot buy at some point to maybe save his own battery a little bit. Let some idiot do the heavy work for a bit with his full battery. You have to wait and see if he does that on the next straight.
Yeah, Danico trying for an overtake on Tipsy Bob. It looked like he had better traction, but he lost his rear a little bit there, so that compromised his exit speed. Still gets the overtake done on Tipsy Bob.
On the outside, yeah.
It was a good overtake. So coming up the back straight, some idiot has DRS on Julian. Now 5/10 behind.
Julian is still in mode 4, so he does want to have the track position at this point.
Yeah, he definitely wants to keep his track position. The gap to Speedy is still the same, but even though Julian is using all his ERS and some idiot is conserving a lot, some idiot is still closing in with the DRS.
Yeah, you see Speedy and Julian have the same ERS management, both around 30% mark. Maybe if some idiot plans it well and he can get past Julian, he can run a lap in hot lap mode and launch himself into the DRS zone of Speedy. But we have to wait and see what they are going to do. Maybe some idiot will wait. Oh, Julian is already pitting, by the way. Massive undercut.
Lap 9 from those mediums. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, some idiot and Speedy will react to that, of course. They will pit this lap, but this can gain Julian quite some time if he's not stuck in too much traffic. We have Popo Gamer coming on the straight right now. He's going to be. He's going to pass Julian.
That's going to be close. Popo Gamer on the inside.
Yeah.
Popo Gamer stays in front, so Julian has to overtake him quick if he wants to really take the advantage out of the undercut.
But Julian will get the DRS to make up a little bit and maybe save a little bit of ERS.
Yeah, he is saving ERS through these corners.
Yeah, and he can put it just in high here. Might be enough to overtake. He's on medium right now instead of overtake mode.
Yeah,
he should be close enough.
No, he is saving ERS. He's saving ERS. He's choosing to stay behind Popo Gamer.
Yeah, he reckons Popo Gamer is fast enough on those mediums, fresh mediums.
See, Terror has made the overtake on the Hugos.
Copy only 4 seconds still behind some idiot. He will have the advantage from lap 16 or 17 when he goes to the medium tire, but...
Yeah, Speedy and some idiot both not being as impulsive as you thought. They're both still going.
Yeah. Maybe they checked lap times and thought our pace is still good enough to not pit. Tipsy is pitting.
Yeah, at the back here we have a nice little four-way fight going on for P11.
Yeah.
That's let's see. F1 is still too far away.
Yeah, Julian's still behind Popo Game. I think he's going for a move this lap maybe.
Yeah, he might. He saved up quite a lot of ERS. He is around 65% now.
Yeah.
So we will see what he's gonna do. He's put it in high. So he might try and go for it, but no, he doesn't. He just used it to get the better traction, and then he used the DRS to keep up with Popo Gamer at around the same pace. So he is kind of, as you could say, he's kind of trusting Popo Gamer to give him the right pace to make the undercut on Speedy and some idiot.
Last lap, Speedy was a tenth faster than Popo Gamer, so I don't know.
I'm not quite sure. Maybe Julian thinks that Popo Gamer is fast enough. Or maybe Julian wants to charge his ERS and then unleash it all at once.
Yeah, some idiot is doing high 34s. To wait and see what Popo does this lap.
Yeah, Speedy is pitting now. Some idiot is still going though.
I reckon Speedy will still be in front. I have a feeling it isn't enough, but they are already out of the last corner.
Yeah. Well, Speedy stays in front. He's He's still well in front.
So so Julian's undercut didn't work at all, and now.
Well, he did close in a little bit. He's about 1.2, 1.3 seconds away.
Yeah,
he used to be 1.7. Yeah. He took about half a second, but
Speedy has 2 lap fresher tires until the end of the race. So we have to wait and see how that plays out. Hearts don't degrade that much. But yeah, Julian needs to get by right now, and I think he will do it. He of course saw Speedy coming out of the pit, so he knows he has to follow right now.
Yeah, Julian has now made the overtake on Popo Gamer.
Yeah.
So he's now so he just has been charging his ERS so he can now battle Speedy himself on track.
Yeah.
Which was actually a pretty good strategy. Because of course, if you're taking the risk of using up all your ERS, trying to maximize the undercut, then you might end up being in a vulnerable position, like getting Speedy within 1 second behind you, getting the DRS, and you being low on battery. So then you will just be sitting duck, and you'll have to try and overtake him anyway.
Question is, where some idiot is going to be after his pit stop?
Yeah, he is.
Is he going to be between them or in front of them? Because some idiots had a few very rapid laps, but Speedy is through.
Oh, some idiot is gonna end up behind Popo Gamer even.
Yeah, that's not what he wanted. It's his teammate though, so I don't think Popo will fight him too. Oh, he already let him by.
He cut the second corner.
Yeah, to let some idiot by, I have a feeling.
Yeah, I have a feeling as well.
Now all 3 of the cars are out of each other's DRS. Ooh, Speedy with a massive slide, almost lost the car. From what I saw, or it was lag, but yeah, Julian is definitely close now.
Yeah, he's 5 tenths behind. He doesn't get the DRS, so Speedy definitely made a big mistake there.
Yeah, he had a massive oversteer out of that corner. So the battle is on now. All 3 of Julian and some idiot are in DRS of Speedy, or in DRS of each other. So it's going to be a 3-way fight at this point. So it's going to be very interesting.
Back in P12, Triton has made the overtake on /LP through the chicane.
Yeah. As it stands, I think Copy will pit in 2 laps. He's 16 seconds in front of Speedy, so he will only be 5 or 6 seconds behind these guys with the medium tire. It's also going to be interesting at the end of the race.
Yeah. Okay, so Hugos has also made the overtake on Terror. He's taken his position back again.
Yeah, massive train there with both of the Renaults.
Yeah, there's still those 4 drivers fighting for one position. They are all about the same pace. I mean, just generally, Terror and Timo, those Renault teammates, are around the same pace at almost every track. So it's not really very special.
Yeah.
Should I say special, what we're seeing here.
Ooh, Speedy went very wide again, coming onto the back straight.
Yeah, he lost time again. Julian has DRS. He's going for the
Yeah.
overtake now.
Yeah.
He's
Julian,
already alongside.
Yeah, Julian sees that Speedy is a bit struggling, for now at least. So maybe he thinks he can break DRS. We have to wait and see.
Yeah, Julian has made the overtake so far. Speedy and Julian both using a lot of ERS. Some idiot was kind of using medium ERS. He is about the same level. He's actually lower on ERS than both Speedy and Julian.
Yeah.
Copy is now finally pitting on those hard tires.
Yeah,
Danico's still going.
seems like the right time, lap 15 or lap 16. And he will only be 5 seconds behind some idiot, I think.
Yeah, we'll see.
He will be very close to the Terror Vexit Timo train. He needs to be in front of those guys if he wants to still drive towards the front. Otherwise, he's going to lose a lot of time.
I think he's going to end up behind the train there, or he's actually is going to be caught up in the train.
Oh, that's not what you want.
Between Vexit and Timo, so now it's a 5-car train. Well, that is if Copy and Timo can keep up with Vexit, but I think Copy will be able to keep up with Vexit being on those fresh medium tires. Vexit's tires are 10 laps old already.
Copy should have gone for another lap, I feel, but he's now stuck in the train.
Yeah.
And it's not easy to pass if the cars in front of you also have DRS.
Yeah, although he is on those fresher tires. Fresh medium tires tend to be pretty quick.
Yeah.
So I think he might be able to get an overtake, maybe not with DRS, but through sector 3 maybe.
Yeah. Back in the front, Speedy was almost in the gearbox of Julian. These guys will run in formation until the end.
Yeah, some idiot is now also really close behind Speedy again.
Yeah.
So let's see, we have Julian around 50% ERS. Speedy around 70% and some idiot around 60%.
Ooh, Speedy also already has a penalty, by the way. Some idiot is sitting on 1 warning. Julian has 2 warnings in 1 lap and then another warning, so probably 1 contact warning. So he's also not far away of 1 penalty.
Yeah, might be. At the moment it's looking like Speedy is closer to Julian and some idiot is just following behind.
Yeah.
He might be waiting for them to battle and then maybe at some point he can slide through. Speedy is on the inside now, but he can't get the overtake there.
Yeah,
it's quite a tough position.
It's also very difficult because I think Speedy is going for the move, by the way. He has it on.
Yeah, Julian is saving ERS. He knows he's going to get overtaken.
Yeah. The difficult part about this, of course, you want to break free, but you can't break free because of the DRS. They also have similar pace, so you know it's going to be about penalties at one point or track position in the last 2 laps. But yeah, it's a difficult psychological game there at the front.
Yeah,
I think some idiot is just waiting and not getting any warnings. Maybe strike at the end. We see Vexit going on the inside of Terror. Side by side still.
Yeah, running side by side through the left-hander. Terror on the inside. Vexit gets the better traction. Copy follows him through, looks like it. He has to go around the outside there though.
Yeah.
He is already in front of Terror.
Yeah.
Terror losing 2 positions there. So from the 3 front runners, as far as we know, Speedy is the only one with a time penalty then.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so Speedy definitely has to try and get away. But it's gonna be very difficult.
It's almost impossible unless some idiot sends it on Julian and they both lose a lot of time. But I think they are too smart for that.
Yeah, I think so as well. Speedy is using a lot of ERS to defend his on-track position.
Yeah.
Julian and some idiot both saving ERS. So Speedy really has to make use of it to find the gap now, or he will be sitting duck in the next 2 laps. Vexit has made the overtake on Hugo's meanwhile. And it looks like Copy is trying to follow in closely as well. There's no DRS here, so he's not going to be able to get past. He might send it on the inside on the next corner.
He tries to.
I think there was a little bit of contact there, but he's still on the inside. Hugo's going to get the inside for the next corner though.
Yeah.
Copy stays behind so far. Yes. Hugo's still in P6. Copy might try it again. Tries the cutback maybe.
Yeah, but this is also what Copy needs to do. Even if he annoys Hugo and doesn't get by immediately, he wants to try to get Hugo out of the DRS of Vexit, so he can easily overtake him at some point. Already see the effect of it. Vexit is driving away a little bit now.
Yeah, meanwhile Danico sets the fastest lap and goes for an overtake on Triton. He gets past, puts him in P11 now, still no points, but he is not too far away, only 6/10 behind Toto.
I mean, top 8 finish isn't off the cards, maybe P7.
Yeah, he's on those fresh medium tires, so he probably will overtake Toto.
Yeah. Hugo is now out of DRS. It's his last DRS at this point.
Yeah, but Copy might go on the inside. No, he's still behind there.
Maybe here with the slipstream, because Hugo won't have slipstream on Vexit. He's so close. I can imagine he's going for a move on the inside.
He is closing in. He goes on the inside.
Move done.
Not yet done. Yeah, Hugo stays behind. He knows that the fight is over at this point. Well, the battle is over, but the war is not won yet.
Exactly. Vexit already on the back of Popo Gamer as well. Yeah. Popo won't be having any DRS. So I think we are going to see a move on maybe this straight, maybe the next one.
Well, we have yellow flag in sector 3. It looks like Bailey Thompson has spun.
Yeah, yeah.
Really unfortunate. Vexit still... No, he's alongside. He goes on the inside. There's a little bit of contact there.
Do that.
Ooh, and Copy tries to go through. I don't know if that goes well. Yeah, it looks like it did.
He did that perfectly.
And now Vexit also really close behind Hugo still. So far it is Copy that has eventually made the overtake on Popo Gamer.
Yeah, but for Copy the damage is done, I feel. Unless everyone at the front gets a penalty. But 5 seconds in 7 laps, that's quite a margin. He might be... maybe can close up to 2 seconds and hope that someone at the front gets a penalty. Speedy has one, of course.
Yeah, of course, but he will have to do a really good job to get close. He is on those fresher mediums though, so he is looking good, but it's gonna be... He's 4.8 seconds away. Yeah. It's gonna be difficult.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 seconds, I think, in the end. He's going to be behind those guys. But
if he wants to be in the DRS range of some idiot, he's gonna have to take, I think, about 7 or 8 tenths per lap.
Yeah. Yeah, 8 tenths is 4 seconds in 5 laps or something. He needs to pass as well, of course, so he needs another extra lap.
Yeah. So it is not impossible, I should say, but it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah. If it's going to happen, it's going to be the last lap or something, but we have to wait and see. For now, he's closing down quite nicely. We still have to battle with Fexit, Hugo, Terra closely behind, and Popo Gamer, of course.
Yeah, it's looking very interesting.
And this is perfect for Danny because if these guys fight, he can close up quite easily.
Yeah, it looks like Timo has fallen off a little bit. He used to be in this 4-car train, but he can't quite keep up with the pace. He's 2 seconds behind Terror.
Yeah.
We have a move there. Hugo's trying for the overtake on Popo Gamer. He gets the inside on the exit. Using a lot of ERS, Popo Gamer as well. Hugo's might try and go around the outside. Doesn't quite get it. And still, now it's Popo Gamer, Hugo's, Vexit and Terror that are the 4 cars.
Yeah.
That are following each other. Copy has
Man.
found a gap of 2.7 seconds to Popo Gamer. 2.8 at this point. He's 3.7 seconds away from some idiot, so he has taken almost a second the last lap. He puts in the fastest lap with a 33.6.
Yeah, and the other guys will see fastest lap pop up as well, and you might start to think, oh shit, Copy is definitely coming and going to be a threat at the end.
Yeah, this maybe start thinking that they might have to act now.
Yeah, but on the other hand, you can also see Julian and some idiot biding their time, saving ERS, and I think they will strike at lap 26, 25-ish. They're going to wait a few more laps because, yeah, Speedy is draining his complete battery to stay in front.
Yeah, but keep in mind, because Speedy has the penalty.
Yeah.
Julian and some idiots don't necessarily have to make the overtake for P1, so it's effectively is Julian who's in first position, and so it's actually some idiot that has to make the move here.
Yeah, exactly. And
Julian is in the perfect position at the moment. He can just follow Speedy around. He doesn't really have to make the overtake.
That's definitely true, but because some idiot needs to make the move on Julian, Julian will be forced to make the move as well, I think. It's going to be a little bit of a domino effect. Little gap though to some idiot. Maybe struggle. He had a tiny bit of a moment in the third sector.
Yeah, Copy now 2.8 seconds away. He has taken another second this lap.
Yeah.
Again with the fastest lap, he improves by around 1/10.
It looks like some idiot is struggling a tiny bit.
Danny now the fastest lap, 33.4, 1/10 faster than Copy.
Yeah. And Danny is already in the points. He's very close behind. Oh, he picks up a penalty. That's a shame. Let me check penalties in the midfield, starting from Hugo.
Yeah, so it's going to be very interesting with those 5 or 6 cars being really close behind each other.
Okay, Hugo has 1 penalty. Popo sits on a single warning. Vexit has 2 warnings. Terra sits on a single warning. Danny has 6 seconds.
6 seconds. Vexit has made the overtake on Popo Gamer in the meantime.
Yeah, and Timo has 1 penalty.
Alright, Triton and Toto are battling. Oh, Triton has spun. There might have been a bit of contact there.
Ooh, he's still... he was stuck in neutral, it seemed.
Ooh. Anti-stall.
Speedy also 1 warning away from a second penalty. That's not what you want, because that will drop him out of the podium if he gets that one.
Triton has spun again, and his car is ghosting now. Not quite sure what is going on there, but we will continue with the rest of the race.
Yeah, Julian and Idiot both have 2 warnings right now.
2 warnings, alright.
Yeah, so they are... But Speedy is almost on his second penalty. If he gets that, it's bye-bye podium. Let me check what Copy has, by the way. Copy sits on a single warning. We know Copy is very clean and clinical with his racecraft.
Yeah, but Copy has not improved actually on the last lap. He's on 2.5 seconds now, so...
Yeah, but he's only 4/10 on the wrong side of overtaking Speedy at this point.
Yeah.
So it's almost a podium for him.
Yeah, but he needs to close in maybe 1 second more.
Yeah.
He's on 2.3 now. Took another 2 seconds through the chicane. 2
And
tenths, I mean.
I really have a feeling Julian is going to strike in lap 26. It's the last 1.5 lap he can defend with ERS. I have a feeling.
Yeah, but I think because Julian, if he plays his cards right, he could just stay behind Speedy and take the
Yeah.
effective win. But
But
I know that Julian likes to overtake and take the actual on-track win.
yeah, of
He
course.
likes to finish first on track, not through penalties.
But
So he might go for it on the last
yeah,
lap or the penultimate lap.
and it's also nice to have a little bit of a buffer to some idiot by placing another car between the two of
Yeah,
them.
definitely.
So we have to wait and see. Copy on 2 seconds right now. He might get DRS in the last lap, but he isn't closing down that rapidly anymore.
No. On the last lap he has taken about half a second. Maybe
Yeah.
more.
So the last lap he will have DRS.
Yeah. It's looking like
Julian,
it.
is he going for it? He's in overtake mode. He's on the
Yeah,
outside.
he might be going for it. He is on
Yeah.
the outside and he has made the overtake.
Yeah.
So I think that he was just confident enough that with the amount of ERS that he has now, he can defend for the last 2 laps that are coming
Yeah.
up.
And if Speedy keeps the DRS on Julian, some idiot isn't going to get by Speedy quite easily. So this might be the right call.
Julian in a good position there. Gets good traction through this corner.
Yeah.
Let's see, do we have some movement around here as well? Doesn't look like it. Danico is almost right up the back of Terror. He's on fresh and medium tires, so he might be able to go for an overtake on the final lap as well. But Terror, of course, has DRS on Popa Gamer. Popa Gamer does not have DRS on Vexit though.
Some idiot looking a little bit on the inside of Speedy.
Yeah,
He
he's
knows
just
he needs to
showing
get
himself
by.
in his mirrors.
Yeah, and Julian almost a second free now. Speedy still will be having DRS, so it won't be easy for some idiot. And I think Julian played his cards very right at this point.
Yeah, I kind of expect Julian to win this race now.
Yeah, for sure. And Copy also in
Yeah.
in DRS.
Yeah. So for the final lap, he is going to be in DRS range.
Yeah.
But I do not think that he's going to be able to make the overtake. But he will get his podium position though. So it's going to be Speedy on P4 with his position, with his penalty.
A shame because Speedy drove an excellent race, but
Yeah, we
one
have
too many.
Danico and Popa Gamer alongside. So Terror has made the overtake on Popa Gamer. And now Danny has done that as well.
Yeah.
So now Danny might be going after Terror as well for the P7.
Keep in mind that Danny has 6 seconds of penalty.
That is true. So he might.
Timo has 3 seconds, so Timo is still in front of him at this point.
Copy with another fastest lap of the race.
What does Popo have? Yeah, that's because of the DRS, of course. Popo sits on a single warning, so he's looking very good still. Yeah, it's Copy is now very close.
Yeah.
But all 3 of them have DRS still on Julian, so I don't think there's going to be a position change this lap.
No, I don't think so as well. Copy is using a lot of ERS, but so are some Idiot and Speedy.
Yeah, all around the 20% mark.
It is really nice to see races like this. They just keep it exciting until the final lap.
I mean, this was maybe the fastest commentary I have ever done. The race is already over.
Yeah, that was pretty fast. Copy might look on the inside though. He is right up some idiot's gearbox.
Yeah. You can't
So
overtake here though.
yeah, it's gonna be really difficult. But if he gets good traction outside this left-hander, he might go for a late lunge.
Yeah. But some idiot only needs to
He's
defend
getting
the
really
inside.
close.
Yeah, but he's idiot is going to run wide here so he can cover up the inside.
Yeah,
So they will end up in formation.
yeah. So Julian finished the race in P1. Some idiot in P2. Copy completes the podium, and Speedy, because of his penalty, finishes in
Yeah.
P4.
Very good race by Copy, by all four of them, I have to say. It was entertaining to watch.
Yeah, and behind we have Vexit in P5.
Timo
Hugo's
gets
actually
P9.
finishing P5 on track, but he is being demoted to P6 because of his
Yeah.
time penalty. Terror in P7, Popa Gamer in P8, Timo in P9, and Danny Co takes the last point.
Yeah, like I said, Danny would drop back a little bit because of his second penalty.
Yeah, Toto also picked up some penalties, so he is well behind Danny Co.
Yeah.
And then we have Slash LP, who's the last one to come across the finish line.
But yeah, very high level and clean racing for most part.
It was a very exciting race. Up front for the win, we had 4 people. At the end of the race, eventually, we had 4 people fighting for the win, effectively. And a few positions back, we had around 5 cars fighting for positions as well. So far, very exciting season.
Oh, Speedy almost took the fastest lap away from Copy in the end, probably with the DRS on Julian.
Yeah, so let's see.
But,
So Julian takes another win. Now let me see what this does to the championship. At the moment we had some idiots in first place with 127 points and Julian in second place with 121 points.
Oh, so he's by with 1 point.
Yes, so Julian takes back his first position in the championship with this win. So that's it for this France race of Tier 1.
Yeah.
It was a very exciting race. So now, of course, the important question: who do you think should be driver of the day? I think it should be, looking at the standings now, or like the results. I mean, it should be Copy because he started on P11 and he finished P3. So I will give it to Copy there.
I can follow that logic. So I will join you with that opinion. So Copy definitely deserves driver of the day. Also keep in mind he was stuck in traffic after his pit stop and still managed to close up in the end. So he had very good pace.
Yeah, he was looking really fast today. So let's see, do we have anyone eager for an interview? Usually Julian is up for interviews, so he will probably be here.
He definitely likes to talk.
Well, yeah.
Are they going to a different channel to let us see they want to
might
be
be.
interviewed?
Let's see. Anyone up for interviews?
Yeah, exactly.
It looks like some idiot is also interested. Yes.
Let's
Here we
drag
go.
him in.
Hello.
Hello there.
I see you got a new co-commentator.
I had to
Yeah.
step in because
It's Jensen.
the main one couldn't make it. Entertaining race. Good job.
Thank you.
How was it from your perspective?
So I'm just gonna start off by giving a cycling example. Have either of you watched professional cycling before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Okay. So that race felt like me, Julian, and Speedy were literally the morning breakaway
Yeah,
that
Oh
usually
yeah.
goes out on basically any stage. And Copy was basically the peloton trying to chase down the morning breakaway.
yeah,
And this happened to be one of those races, one of those stages where the breakaway hangs on until the end of the race, where it's like the peloton catches them like inside 1 kilometer to go.
yeah,
And he caught us just too late, and it was us three trying to sprint for the win from the breakaway. That's what it felt like to me, because Speedy and Julian were like taking turns at the front of the group, and I was just sitting at the back conserving energy. I mean, it's kind of the state of the game when you can literally use a cycling example to explain
hmm
motorsports racing. It's kind of, you make your opinion of that how you want to, but I kind of
yeah.
figure I want to start with that. But
It's
go ahead.
it's a very good comparison, and yeah, we also commentated on that. You can't really break away with the DRS, so best thing is to conserve energy and maybe strike at the end.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I just didn't. Honestly, it's just because the DRS trains and partially because of the car handling. I just didn't really have a chance to go go fight them again,
Yeah,
unfortunately. But I mean, I figured that was my best chance to win, was just to let them take poles at the front and see if I could maybe steal it at the end.
yeah, exactly. And maybe they would extend one corner extra and get another penalty or something. But
Exactly. I had 2 warnings, so I figured, okay, I'd rather not get the third warning. I'd rather just see if they make a mistake or if they crash each other or something, because you never know what happens in racing, eh?
yeah, exactly. But yeah, a good race from your end, good pace, and it was quite entertaining to watch.
Wish I had a little bit more to give you guys a better fight at the front, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
it
it's
was it was still looking pretty interesting.
I wish I could say the same, man. At least
Yeah, but yeah,
yeah,
of course, for you it didn't really feel the same because you weren't really changing positions that much. But for
exactly.
Julian and Speedy, there's been
yeah.
some moving around and with the pit stops as well.
It's
It
also
felt
some.
like oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, it kind of felt like an endurance race as well, where it's
Yeah,
like you're basically just trying to position yourself for the final hour of the race, and the first 23 hours are literally just getting there.
yeah,
That's what it felt like.
yeah. And what I want to say, I also commentated that it's pretty frustrating at one point just to follow each other until the end of the race and then make your
Oh,
move and you have to
oh,
bide your time and stuff. It can get a little bit of boring at
yeah,
one
I
point.
was gonna say, I know you've raced a few other leagues. I know you know that. So
Yeah.
it's a very poignant example. I like that you brought that up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thanks.
Well, any other questions you want me to answer?
Not from
I
my
don't think
part.
so. I think that's all.
All right,
So
you guys
then
have a good one.
yeah, you
Yeah.
too.
Thanks.
See you guys.
Bye bye.
See ya. So then we'll go on with Julian.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
So how do you feel about that race win?
I mean, I don't really consider it a race win because I'm probably gonna get a penalty. So
Are you? What?
yeah,
Wait, what?
I
Wait.
mean, didn't you see the incident with Bailey?
Oh yeah, you
Oh
tapped
yeah,
him
of
out of the
course.
last corner.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I guess you don't know, but I'll start there then. I was battling with him for position because he was on softest tires, were going off quite quickly when I got up to him, and I thought he was gonna pit, so I was going a little bit wide by myself already, so I didn't know what to do entering the corner, and he was on the inside, so I was like, okay, I'll let him go and do the switchback, but then he was in the middle of the track, and I completely underestimated the speed he was going, so I tapped him on the rear, and yeah, that's basically what happened. I'm not too proud of it, I have to say, because it's really just a stupid incident and really is my fault. I have to say the contact system is quite weird in that situation as well, but it doesn't mean the fact that I'm not wrong because I still am. So yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
other than that, the race was good. So whatever result I'm gonna get after the stewards report or whatever is gonna happen,
At
I'll
least
take
it
it.
wasn't a boring driving alone kind of race, but yeah, we also commentated on it. You just had to wait until the end before you made your move, get a car between you and some idiot for to be extra sure of winning it on track. I think.
I just wanted to win on track for the stream. That's
Yeah,
that's basically what I wanted to do because I knew I was gonna win anyway. Speedy had penalties and I didn't, and Samir didn't. So
Typical Dutch.
yeah,
Huh.
but yeah, whatever result I'm gonna get, I'm probably gonna be happy with it, as long as it's not down to P11 or even worse.
50-second time penalty. I'm happy.
Maybe, but it was good still,
Okay.
despite the incident.
All right. So
Anything more to it?
no, then I think we will continue with Terror.
Yeah,
Also
good.
looking
good
for an
choice.
interview.
Have a good evening, guys.
All
Yes,
right.
you too.
Good evening,
Hello.
Terror.
Good evening, guys.
Hello.
So
What's up?
how did you experience this race?
I just want to take a second to think about that race in the sense that it's France. Everyone gets corner cutting penalties in France. No one got corner cutting penalties in France in that race. That's incredible. Two people in the top 8 got penalties. What even is this league? It's such high quality. Just fantastic. I mean, I finished P7. That was the best I could possibly have done. I maybe could have gotten P6 because Hugo's had a penalty, but I got caught up in traffic and I got hit a couple of times while people were trying to negotiate me and that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I couldn't quite recover. I think he got me by 4/10 or something at the end. But that was the best I could do. There was no doubt. I finished 12 seconds off the lead, which I think is the best I've done this season in terms of the leaders at least. But that was, I mean, I don't know what you guys thought watching, but I mean that was just such a high quality race from what I could see.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I already said that it was probably the fastest race going by with me commentating because you had the front group who were running in formation and not really attacking each other and try to keep the gap. We had Copy in the end closing in on them, so we had that anticipation. And then we had your group as well because you guys were from start to finish battling it out. So I think a lot of drivers had a quite entertaining race, so to say.
Yeah. I mean, it was a proper gaggle that we were in. It was me, Hugo's. It was Vexit. Danny joined at the end as well. Timo was sort of tagged onto the back of us too. He had a fantastic race, by the way, Timo.
Yeah, for sure.
He's maybe the best he's ever driven, I think.
Yes, good to see. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
although like at the final few laps, he did fall back a little bit, but other than that, he did very well indeed.
Yeah. I think once he'd lost DRS, I think that's always the death knell in these sort of situations because it's so powerful around France.
Yeah.
You gain something like half a second a lap if you've got DRS. So if you lose DRS, then basically you just get sort of marooned off the back of the pack. So I mean, most of my race honestly was just spent sort of managing my battery, trying to make sure that I had somebody's DRS. Because it's just so ridiculously important, and the leaders were sort of playing this game of I think some idiot said that it was a bit like a cycling race where the breakaway group shoots away and then the peloton tries to catch them with a little bit of extra speed with the extra tires. But I mean that was just the fact that was so tactical. It was so high quality. I don't think I've ever been in a race like that. Where it's just been pushing from start to finish and trying to manage everything and not getting penalties on a track where everyone's notoriously gets penalties. Just like fantastic stuff. I mean, it's a testament to S Tier 1, I think, because that was an extremely high quality race.
Oh, for sure. I definitely agree.
All right then. Okay, so we gave driver of the day to Copy today. He started on P11 and finished P3. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean he's you know what Copy's like. He started I think he went medium hard, so he didn't do the soft strategy.
Hard medium.
Yeah, he went hard
Oh,
medium.
he went hard. Oh, that's right. He went
Yeah.
hard medium because he was on mediums when he passed me.
He did the same as me last week. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was really smart of him. Because he could sort of tag onto the back. I think he tagged onto the back of Timo in the first stint with the hard tires because I mean he's fast enough that he can make up the half a second a lap or whatever between him and us in terms of the tire delta. So he stuck around there, and then he came through. I mean he just came through like a knife through butter. He came through our group on the medium tires, and it looks like he got really close to the front group as well. I mean,
Oh,
he's
for sure.
fantastic driver.
He was in DRS on the second to last lap already. So if he wasn't
Yeah.
stuck in your group after his pit stop, he would have definitely had a shot on winning it, I think. So
Yeah, for sure. I
he
felt
was-
bad for Popo because
Oh,
I think he
the
started
31
on pole.
incident. Yeah.
Yeah, he started
But
on
yeah,
pole.
I mean, turn one, and also like he just sort of went backwards. I guess his tires died.
Yeah.
He couldn't quite do the soft medium very effectively.
Well,
But yeah.
All right,
yeah,
so
it was a very good race, at least from all drivers. So that's good to see.
Yep,
Yeah.
it certainly was.
yeah, all right. So I think that is we are done for this week.
Yep.
Yep, cool. Thanks
Yeah,
for the commentary. I look forward to watching it back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so
You're welcome.
next week we have Austria, I think. Right?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
All right, then next week we will see you back in Austria, and we'll see how the rest of the championship unfolds. Julian has overtaken some idiot again. He's only the leader by 1 point, although keep in mind that he might get a penalty, but the FIA team will have to decide about that.
Yeah, at least it's safe to say it's quite exciting in the championship as well in 2 SRL. So that's good to see. So the fight will continue next week.
All right, so that has been us. See you next week.
Yes, bye bye.